Today in Washington. The Israeli daily Haaretz reported today that U.S. President Barack Obama has warned the Israeli government against launching a surprise attack against Iran. The message was conveyed by a senior U.S. official who met Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, his ministers, and other senior officials in Israel. At the same time, an Israeli public radio report said today that top Israeli officials assured CIA Chief Leon Panetta that the Jewish state would not carry out a surprise attack against Iran. Panetta reportedly held secret talks with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Defense Minister Ehud Barak, and other top officials during his visit to Israel 2 weeks ago. John Bolton, former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, said yesterday that President Obama's policy of linking U.S. missile defense concessions to Russian cooperation over Iran's nuclear program is wrong. Speaking at the American Enterprise Institute in Washington, Bolton said, quote,
the administration's Russia policy is wrong, the administration's Iran policy is wrong, and the administration's Russia-Iran policy is wrong.
Bolton, who was appointed to the UN by former President George W. Bush, criticized Obama's shift from Bush's unilateralist approach vis-a-vis Iran in order to strike a grand bargain with Iran. Bolton dismissed his policy as a fallacy, arguing that it was based on the premise that bilateral negotiations between the United States and Iran over the latter's nuclear program would, quote,
will produce a fundamental change in Iran's view of the world, now aided by a Russian desire to help us out since we're giving up missile defense.
The U.S. State Department yesterday dismissed reports that a senior U.S. advisor was in Iran, saying the official was in Washington. Iranian press had reported that Vali Nasser, a senior advisor on Pakistan, had traveled to Iran, possibly in connection with securing the release of Iranian-American journalist Roxana Sabari. State Department spokesperson Ian Kelly told reporters, quote,
well, I know for a fact that Mr. Nasser is in his office today.
Kelly told reporters that although it was possible that Nasser had visited Iran before assuming his position, he was 99% sure that Nasser had not traveled to Tehran since then. During a press conference yesterday, Iran's Foreign Minister Manacher Mottaki did not confirm or deny reports that Nasser was in Iran. These stories and more at TelevisionWashington.com.